Hey everybody, so we have got some big signing news this afternoon involving the Boston Bruins. They have re-signed restricted free agent defenseman Brandon Carlo to a 6-year contract worth $4.1 million per season, and I absolutely love this deal. This is very, very important for the Bruins to get Carlo back, and they have done it on a very team-friendly AAV as well. Super excited to get into this one. We'll delve into it here in just a second. Before we begin, I just ask that you please hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. It helps the channel an absolute ton and is greatly appreciated. But let's take a look here. Brandon Carlo returning to the Boston Bruins. So Brandon Carlo is a right shot defenseman, just 24 years old. He's already played in the NHL for a number of years, which makes it seem like he's older than he actually is. But he's played 324 career games, scoring 15 goals, 40 assists for 55 points, and a plus 58 rating. Now, he did miss a lot of this past season due to a concussion sustained on a hit from Tom Wilson, and we'll get more into the injury issues after, but he played 27 games this year, scoring 3 goals and 1 assist for 4 points and a +1 rating. But the stats are very deceiving with Brandon Carlo. This kid is one of the best young shutdown defensive defensemen in the NHL, and he does what he does best, and that is keep the puck out of his own net. And he is incredibly good defensively and incredibly important to the Boston Bruins back end. So, as I said, it's a 6-year deal with a cap hit of $4.1 million per season, which is very, very team-friendly given how good Carlo is defensively. Anytime that you can get a right shot shutdown defenseman for this low of a cap hit, under $4.5 million per year, that is a huge win for the Boston Bruins, and I absolutely love this deal. Brandon Carlo is one of the most important players on the Bruins, and we saw that this past playoffs when he got injured against the New York Islanders. That completely changed that series, and I 100% believe that the Bruins would have won that series if Carlo had stayed healthy. If he hadn't gotten hurt, there's no way Boston's defense would have collapsed the way that it did without, with Carlo still in the lineup. And I think Carlo is a much better player than a lot of people realize, especially outside of Boston. Obviously, he doesn't do a ton offensively, and I do think there's still room to grow with him offensively. I think he can become a guy who gives you 25 points, 30 points a year from the back end, but he's not really at that point yet as far as offensive output. It really doesn't matter. Brandon Carlo is not there for offensive output. Brandon Carlo is a shutdown defensive defenseman who is incredibly strong in his own zone, and he can take out the other team's top players and shut them down. And he's done that already at a very, very young age in the NHL. And I just absolutely love this deal. Absolutely love this deal. He's only 24, so I'm not worried about the 6 years. I think the cap hit is extremely team-friendly. This is just all around tremendous for the Boston Bruins. This is a guy who is so important to this team, a deal that had to get done, and a player that had to be back for the Boston Bruins. And to get him on this kind of contract is an absolute win. I don't know what else to say. I just absolutely love this. It's an A+ move for Don Sweeney in the Bruins front office. An A+ move. This guy is so important to the team. He showed it this past year. How much the Boston Bruins are a significantly better team, an astronomically better team with Brandon Carlo in the lineup versus when he's not. And I can't reiterate enough for the people who don't get to watch the Bruins on a regular basis how important he is to the Bruins defense core and how good he is defensively as a shutdown guy at just 24 years old. It's just it's incredible, and to get him at this low of a cap hit is absolutely phenomenal for Boston. The only concern I have is his health and his injury history. Obviously, he missed a decent amount of time during the regular season after the hit by Tom Wilson, which concussed him. He does have a concussion history now and has had multiple concussions. He also obviously got injured in the Islanders series in the playoffs. He took a big hit from Cal Clutterbuck and wasn't able to play the rest of the series after that. So the only concern for me is the fact that sometimes staying healthy is an issue for Carlo. But, man, when he is in the lineup and when he is healthy, he is one of the most underrated defensemen in the NHL. He's one of the best young shutdown D-men in the NHL. And he is everything the Bruins need in their own zone to shut down opponents' top offensive players. He's a great penalty killer as well. I love everything about this deal. Boston needed to get Carlo back. They could not afford to lose him, and they have done it. And, I mean, young, right-shot defenseman. Again, I still think he has room to grow offensively. I think he can get up to being a 25-point guy in a regular season offensively. I don't think that part of his game is fully developed yet, but I'm not even worried about that because he's so good defensively. Other players around the league who are also shutdown defensemen could easily making $5+ million per year, and to get Carlo at 4.1 is just absolutely outstanding. So huge kudos to Don Sweeney for this deal. Extremely happy to have Brandon Carlo locked up for the Bruins, and he's going to be wearing the spoked B for the foreseeable future. Incredibly good young defensive defenseman, and I cannot wait to see his career continue and how he looks this coming season and all of that, because I still think there's room to get better. I think he's already a great shutdown guy, and he is just getting started at 24 years old. Absolutely love this deal. 6 years, $4.1 million AAV for Brandon Carlo to stay in Boston. Great top four guy, great penalty killer, shutdown defenseman, and really, really excited to see this moving forward. But with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon, merchandise store, donation link, and channel memberships are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys soon.